Today, well, tonight, wherever y'all at, we got some bad news. Blumhouse movie productions. If you all don't know Blumhouse, they've been doing the Halloween franchise, and they no longer have the rights to the Halloween movies. Let's talk about it. Halloween Ends was like the last Halloween movie that Blumhouse Productions had, what they had put out, which was a good Halloween Michael Myers movie. But the Halloween Ends, marked the finale of the Blumhouse's trilogy of the Halloween reboot films. And there's no chance of them of having a Michael Myers like type resurrection with the fourth movie at that studio. Now the Blumhouse CEO, Jason Blum, he had confirmed in the studio that it has lost the rights to the Halloween franchise altogether, explaining in a new interview with Variety that the Halloween Ends, it marked the expiration of their ownership. Now I know what y'all thinking, they've been doing a good job with making the Halloween movies and putting it out in their studios and that work, because when you think about it, it's way better than Rob Zombie ever did. He was about to destroy and send it down the drain. So Blumhouse and them in studios, it's really sad to see them having no longer holding the rights to the Halloween movie, because where does that leave Halloween, the franchise itself, in the future? That's yet to be told, or any information relating to that. We don't know. That's to be continued. But hopefully, it lands into some studios' hands that know what they're doing, and that can really take care of the whole Halloween franchise, because at the same time, we do miss Michael Myers, but I'm smiling at the same time when I think about it, because if y'all ain't familiar with the video game that we've been seeing on Halloween, Michael Myers himself, like the incredible things that you can do as Michael Myers with the shape jump move or whatever, and just the whole stalking and the Michael Myers feel, that video game is going to be fire, and it releases in September of 2026 of next year. So that kind of at the same time put me at ease a little bit. If we don't really know what the franchise movie-wise is going to hold as far as Halloween goes with the Halloween movie franchise. But anyway, as we further go along, according to the previous reports, that the Halloween rights, they reverted to the producer Malik Akkad after the third Blumhouse movie released in 2022. But the studio had a chance to reacquire the TV rights when they were placed on that market. So Miramax, they swooped in and acquired those rights, and outbidding both Blumhouse and A24. So it seems like Miramax have a good track record when it comes down to movies. They had a lot of classics in their studio. So I feel like if it lands in the hands of Miramax, they can really probably possibility to do a better job than, of them having, in their studio, the Halloween movie franchise, than it was when they was doing the trilogy in Blumhouse Studios. So Miramax has a good record. So Miramax, though, has since announced that a Halloween TV series is supposed to be on the rise, but they really don't have no release date set for it yet. And that would be great for the Halloween fans. Just imagine seeing Michael Myers on episodes, man. They already got the whole Chucky. If y'all ain't, seen Chucky series on USA Network television channel. So it's only right for them to have a Halloween, a Michael Myers, series. I feel like that'll be way better than the Chucky series, because the Chucky series kind of out. It sold me with the trailer. When things sell y'all with the trailer, and then when you actually see it, it's like, they got me. But now it's time for me to go. So that's kind of like what it was with Chucky. It wasn't really scary. Like the movie effect, when it was when we seen the movies that Chucky, the whole Chucky movie franchise thing. So, but anyway, Miramax announced that they would be doing a TV series, which I feel like would be great, would be fire, and it will serve on a complete reset. So confirming that the events of Blumhouse trilogy, it will not factor into the new show. and that the series future is somewhat cloudy now because we have no release date when they're gonna start the whole television series of Halloween or anything like that, because times is really crazy now. So I mean, everything is going up, shot up as far as like with grocery prices and people losing jobs in the government that work for the government related, work related jobs. So it's a lot of things going on that is really like trickling down, and yeah. So y'all better save y'all money. But yeah, however, that's somewhat kind of cloudy right now in the range as far as the Halloween television series. But after the June exit from Miramax, Mark Helwig, he's like the executive producer. He's supposed to be in charge of the television series. So if anyone is like seeking the disperse or the fog around the whole franchise future, they should kind of like, as what's being said, sources, avoid asking Halloween creator John Carpenter, because he really don't have anything to do with what's going on as far as like with that situation. But when made aware of what was supposed to be planned, Miramax showing like during 2023 NYCC panel, they had held an event. I'm thinking like, that was attended by Screen Rant. John Carpenter had indicated that he had no knowledge of it. But in typical sarcastic Carpenter fashion, of course, he said, see if you can get me a job on it. So even John Carpenter looking for some jobs, man. I'm telling y'all, man. And he's the number one go-to guy that you should want to go to. I mean, he is the legend himself, so he knows what he's doing when it comes down to this. So if John Carpenter, if he directing a Halloween TV series with Miramax and Miramax Studios, if it goes to that studio, that's what they allegedly, if that was to so what happened, that television series will be out of here, man. It'll be really great if it was to come out this year, but unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be getting that. But Carpenter directed the original Halloween, of course, in 1978 when the first Halloween movie dropped, and it was less involved in the movies that he was less involved in the movies followed, which he should have been involved in all of them, but they dropped the ball in between movies and who they feel like should be, directing it. But he was serving as a writer also on Halloween 2, and Halloween 2 was another classic, great. Before they went over to season 3, the season of the witch, terrible. But and a composer, as a writer, / composer on Halloween 3 before backing entirely away from the franchise that he started. And I'm kind of understanding why he did that, because Halloween 3 was not a Michael Myers Halloween. But Carpenter did not, reignite his involvement in the Halloween unit of Blumhouse's trilogy. He agreed to handle some scoring duties and was credited as an executive producer. And that's what the big bucks at, is EP. But, they've been like 13 Halloween movies overall, if counting, and Blumhouse trilogy recognized only Carpenter's original as progenitor, ignoring that the events of all the other franchise films that was included was the one that was starred by Jamie Lee Curtis, man. So this is something that I feel like, y'all, the Halloween movie franchise, we still unknown, but hopefully we'll see something and we'll get something going on as far as like a television series, because that's what we desperately kind of need, something that can hold us off. But unfortunately, it don't look like we're going to be getting that this year. But that's the latest so far on the Halloween movie franchise and anything Halloween, Michael Myers related. It's a Sensei's Reality. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with more news when I find more news on the news. All right? Y'all don't touch that remote or that phone. Keep it locked in right here, man. I'll holler at y'all on the rebound tip. Y'all know what it is. One love. Peace.